talk to Bud, I kind of like, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability, and he's very convincing.
Terence Crawford, Canelo.
Yeah, I believe Terence Crawford is going to be in top shape, and I believe he's good enough to outpoint Canelo. But I believe the power would be a challenge, if you will. So I'm going to say Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Because I think Terence Crawford is the best boxer in the world.
The tool set that like Crawford brings to the table, it's so diverse, it's so well-rounded against Canelo, who is a bit of a rinse and repeat thing, right? You know what you're going to get from him constantly, and Crawford always seems to find the...
Boxing insiders are sounding serious alarms as Canelo Alvarez prepares to take on the slick and highly tactical Terence "Bud" Crawford. Despite Canelo's legendary reputation, his granite chin, his trademark patience in the ring, his ability to wear fighters down with precision bodywork, devastating hooks, and ruthless knockout power, many experienced analysts are cautioning that Crawford brings a different kind of danger. They argue that Crawford's lightning-fast reflexes, versatile movement, and unmatched tactical IQ could disrupt Canelo's usual rhythm and force the Mexican superstar into an uncomfortable fight.
What y'all gonna see in this fight with Bud Crawford versus Canelo is, one, he beat Errol Spence. And Biz thought Spence would win. That lets you know. And he walks around 186. 186? Him fighting at 168 ain't moving up. No way. He's gonna be bigger, stronger, better wrestler, quicker, more skillful, best footwork, a great chin. And the fight that he had with Madrimov, do you understand how shifty and tricky Madrimov is? With Madrimov, the tricks and the shiftiness that he displayed against Ortiz had Ortiz boggled. Madrimov only lost to Ortiz because that's how tricky he is. That was the trick. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it.
Dimitri Bivol, the only man to hand Canelo Alvarez a clear defeat in recent years, has revealed the path he believes Terence Crawford must follow if he hopes to replicate that success. Bivol pointed out that the first and most crucial hurdle is adjusting to the power and pace at 168 pounds, a division where every punch carries more weight and every exchange demands higher physical resilience. Beyond the physical, he emphasized the importance of Crawford's mental strength, explaining that hesitation, nerves, or fear of the moment can cause even a great fighter to crumble under pressure.
Would you give the blueprint to Terence to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Just need to do his job, what he's doing well. You know, he's changing his stance, he's moving a lot, you know, he's keeping distance. Like this he could win, of course, not with changing punches with him.
Who do you think has more power out of the two?
Canelo, of course, he got used to this weight class more than Crawford. He needs to get used to this power, even he's big.
So how does Canelo beat Crawford? Do you think that's a stoppage?
He could beat him, he could stop him. It could happen anyhow, you know, from both of the sides. And Canelo, of course, will try to find some hard fight.
Terence Crawford himself has been clear about what he sees as his greatest advantage, his mind, not his power. In interviews leading up to the fight, Crawford has stressed that he doesn't need to score a knockout to win against Canelo. Instead, he plans to rely on his elite fight IQ and adaptability. His strategy is to spend the opening rounds analyzing Canelo's timing, testing his reactions, and then adjusting mid-fight to systematically pick apart the weaknesses he identifies.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out, from Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not.
So how do you see it fight?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo. I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right
You
now.
can see it, but
I'm
it's
taking
gonna be
taking
it's gonna
them.
be difficult. You take it to your
I'm
home.
taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight
And
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I
but
promise you.
But look, it's
All
gonna
right.
be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm
I see
different
you.
than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
You
see.
know it.
We'll see. We'll
We
see.
gonna
son.
see.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward has thrown his full support behind Terence Crawford as he embarks on the daunting two-division leap into super middleweight territory. Ward acknowledged the sheer challenge Crawford faces, but he remains firm in his belief that the Nebraska native is built differently. "I'm going with Terence Crawford. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against anybody right now," Ward declared with conviction.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
But in terms of his resume, the opponents that he fought, right? And people say he fought this name and fought that name. Where did he fight that name when he fought him? He 32. He coming off 2 losses. He 35. Kovalev, when he fought Kovalev was cooked. He wasn't the crusher. He wasn't the undefeated guy. He had lost that. And I'm not knocking the hustle, but you lose me when you start saying I'm the best fighter in the world. Or you lose me when you feel like you don't have to fight the best, but then everybody else got to fight the best. Canelo is a really good fighter, man. But you don't really know how good you are until you fight the other best. Like even Dimitri Bivol, the dude you lost to. You got to give him credit for going up in weight, but I feel like he miscalculated though.
Former two-division champion Sean Porter, who has shared the ring with Crawford, offered a more balanced perspective. He strongly argued that the fight should be viewed as a genuine 50-50 matchup, not the mismatch many fans and pundits have described. Porter highlighted Crawford's length, reach, and fluid combination punching as major assets that could neutralize Canelo's physical advantages. He urged fans to look beyond the obvious differences in size and focus instead on the technical details that Crawford brings to the table.
Say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo has, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean?
David Benavidez, one of the brightest stars at super middleweight, weighed in by framing the fight as a true crossroads moment in modern boxing. He openly acknowledged that Crawford's fight IQ and adaptability are second to none, admitting that if there's anyone capable of pulling off the upset against Canelo, it's Bud. At the same time, Benavidez was cautious, pointing out that Crawford will have to carry a lot more weight than usual, which always comes with risks.
Does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 168.
Crawford's a little guy, you know. He's coming up 2 divisions to fight Canelo Alvarez, and you think he's going to go toe-to-toe with Canelo? Come on, man. You know, Terence Crawford's a great fighter, really good fighter, but that's too much weight for him. So he's going to try to survive and move around and try to win the round. That's what's going to happen. I think Canelo at this stage right now, his legs are not the same. You know, the body's not responding the same. So I think he's going to have problems trying to catch Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. And I think it's going to be the same fight. You know, I think it's going to be a boring fight. It's going to I'm hoping that, you know, it's a little bit exciting because I heard that Canelo was the worst fight ever on pay-per-view to throw the less punches in history. So we're hoping to see a great fight, a good fight, but that matchup is not a matchup to be excited.
Four-division world champion Mikey Garcia confidently predicted that Terence Crawford has the tools to outthink and outbox Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. Garcia acknowledged Canelo's size, physicality, and proven knockout power at 168 pounds, but he stressed that fights aren't won by size alone. "I think Crawford is going to win. I think he's going to box him," Garcia declared in a recent interview.
Different situation, different opponents, different styles of fighting. So it's not. I can't really quite compare the fight, side by side. But it does face challenges. Every time you move up in weight, fighters are bigger, naturally bigger. They can take a bigger punch. They can give a better punch too. They're heavier. But this is a different matchup. Canelo's not as fast, not as aggressive. He kind of goes on cruise control. He's not one to use his strength or size to dominate all the time. Sometimes, like I say, just cruise control, which allows Crawford, I think, to fight a little bit more comfortable. Crawford's IQ, I think, is superb. So I'm actually thinking he might pull it off.
If you were Crawford, how would you fight Canelo?
Box, counter punch, box, switch, from left-handed to right-handed, just make it complicated for Canelo, and win a decision. You're not gonna hurt him, so win a decision.
So who do you think is gonna win?
I think Crawford's gonna win.
Crawford? By decision?
By decision.
What happens when he takes a shot from Canelo? One of those uppercuts from Munguia or those...
He could get dropped, or he feels it enough to be like, fuck this, I'm boxing. And goes on the bicycle and turns southpaw for the rest of the night. And I wouldn't blame him either. Fuck it, you're gonna go in there and collect the fucking paycheck at that point.
Right.
You're not gonna go get hurt.
Right.
What good is it to get fucking 20, 30 million if you are fucking hurt physically, end up in the hospital and hurt just physically, life-changing, you don't want that shit.
Do you think Canelo can hurt him when it could be life-changing?
Sure, he's that big, bro. One punch could fucking knock him out bad enough to hurt his eye socket or detach retina. You never fucking know.
Right.
So no one wants that shit.
Crawford said if he beats him, he's in the top 3 GOATs of all time.
Oh, for sure. If Crawford beats Canelo, then for sure, he'll motherfucking props in the world, bro. And he actually does have a chance. It's not like he doesn't have a chance. Don't be too surprised if he fucking pulls it off in the decision.
Legendary 8-division champion Manny Pacquiao gave his assessment, focusing on the fundamentals that he believes will decide the fight. While acknowledging the steep challenge of Crawford moving up 2 weight classes to face a champion as established as Canelo, Pacquiao insisted that brute force is not the deciding factor. Instead, he advised Crawford to lean on the same attributes that define Pacquiao's own career: speed, angles, and relentless activity. "Focus on speed," Pacquiao said.
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
You're the best ever.
Thank you guys.
Amir Khan, one of the rare fighters to have shared the ring with both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offered a unique perspective. Drawing on his personal experiences, Khan argued that Crawford has the edge, particularly due to his elusive footwork and fight IQ. He recalled how difficult it was to land clean shots on Crawford compared to the kind of pressure he felt from Canelo. Khan believes that as long as Crawford avoids getting clipped by Canelo's heavy power punches, he can outbox the Mexican star with relative ease.
That Crawford could beat him, because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good...
ESPN's outspoken commentator Stephen A. Smith didn't hesitate when asked who he thought would win this historic clash. Without missing a beat, Smith picked Terence Crawford. He repeated Crawford's name multiple times, leaving no room for doubt. "I love Canelo, but Crawford will beat him by decision," Smith declared. He explained that Canelo's power, while devastating, can be negated by a mobile, technically sound fighter who refuses to stand still.
You got a love for boxing.
Love
Who
boxing.
gonna win the fight, man? That's coming up, the biggest
Crawford.
fight in boxing.
Crawford.
Huh?
Crawford. I'm not hesitating. Crawford. I'm not even hesitating. Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo. You can outpoint him.
That's right.
When I think about Canelo, one of the things that I don't like about Canelo, despite his greatness, and a neck as wide as Broadway for crying out loud.
Right.
It's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yeah.
That's not beating Crawford. I will confess, I think Gervonta Davis's trainer, Cal, I think he said this. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble if he decides to engage with Canelo, because Canelo is the naturally bigger, strong fighter. And I don't care that Crawford's gotten bigger, and I don't care that Crawford's gonna go in there just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight, and Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always ready.
always prepared.
He's always ready.
gotta
He's
get him
always prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster. But he ain't got...
Rising Olympian and hot prospect Omari Jones, fresh off a standout 2024 campaign and an undefeated start as a professional, has thrown his weight fully behind Terence Crawford. Speaking passionately in an interview with TMZ Sports, Jones predicted that Crawford would not only beat Canelo Alvarez but would do so in dominant fashion, describing it as a brutal defeat for the Mexican superstar.
I just feel like Crawford, he just has the grit, and like me personally meeting Crawford several times, it's like the man is just so competitive. It's like I don't even have to say nothing to him. He'll just like, man, when we sparring, it's like his competitiveness is always gonna put him over the edge, and then he just has that like, I'm not gonna let you bully me, or his skill set. And it, I know they talk about Charlo when Charlo moved up, but I feel like it may be a little bit different for Canelo this time around because Crawford took the weight, the moving up in weight classes serious. He did the dieting, he did the training. So I feel like when you put in work like that, it's a win.
Bill Haney has been particularly fiery in his commentary, going as far as to declare that Crawford will beat Canelo into a bloody pulp. He called Crawford the best fighter in the world, dismissing any narrative that size, fame, or reputation could stand in Bud's way. At the same time, Haney issued a serious warning to Crawford, urging him to stay vigilant not only inside the ring but also outside of it.
Crawford, what's your breakdown of the fight?
Huh?
Canelo against Crawford, what's your breakdown?
Man, when you talking about these big fights, you whispering. You said Canelo and Crawford?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man, that's the biggest fight, you know what I mean, in boxing right now. Canelo and Crawford. Crawford stepping up. Man, it's so big, you got Muhammad over there saying something about it. That's how big it is. He came off the bench from the 60s, right, Muhammad? You go back in the 60s? Yeah, well, listen, Canelo is big. And shout out to Crawford stepping up. But does Crawford have to be worried about more things than just boxing? Uh-oh. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Let's go. I didn't say he has to do any accusing, nor we would do that, but I'm saying is, let's worry. If you watch what happened to Devin, Devin just came out and said the damage is done after the fight. You can never go and repair that. So let's be cautious, let's be prepared, and at the very least, join 365 Bada, 365 drug testing like Devin is doing.
Jose Benavidez Jr. added his voice to the growing chorus of fighters backing Crawford, boldly declaring, "Crawford is a beast." He expressed firm belief that Bud has the intelligence, unpredictability, and versatile stance switching to outmaneuver Canelo at 168 pounds. While he acknowledged the size advantage Canelo enjoys, Jose stressed that size alone does not win fights. Skill, mindset, and execution matter more.
Counting Crawford out, Crawford's he's smart, he knows what he's doing. Canelo, you know, I mean, he's not that big of a guy. He obviously weighs more, but I mean, you can't take nothing from Crawford. He goes in there to win. So I mean, I feel like it'd be a good fight. You know, it sucks that my brother didn't get the opportunity, but I mean, only Canelo knows why it didn't happen. And you just gotta keep moving forward. You know, gotta keep moving forward. But it's gonna be a good fight to watch. I got Crawford on this one. The thing with him, he adjusts. He's a smart motherfucker. He adjusts. He's not only does he switch from southpaw to orthodox, but he's just a smart. He has a high IQ in boxing, you know, and that's what I feel like. All these fighters that go in there to fight Canelo, they already go in there scared, is what I believe, you know, that which already beats him, you know. So Crawford's gonna go in there to fuck, not gonna go in there to fucking. So I mean, I have it going Crawford, bro. To be honest with you.
WBO lightweight champion Keyshawn Davis did not hold back his support for Crawford either, firmly backing him to defeat Canelo Alvarez. Davis praised Crawford's complete arsenal, his speed, power, footwork, IQ, and ability to switch stances as proof that he is the purer boxer. He believes Crawford has the tools to stop anyone, even someone as durable as Canelo, though he stopped short of predicting a knockout due to Canelo's proven chin. Bud can stop anybody. I feel like Bud is going to beat him, Davis declared. Online, fans are deeply split, with some hailing Crawford as the man destined to become undisputed in 5 weight classes, while others doubt whether his skill set can truly hold up at 168.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes for and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimo.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and 3 more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
So, what do you think? Does Canelo Alvarez still have what it takes to handle Crawford's unique brilliance, or is Terence "Bud" Crawford operating on an entirely different level? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. This debate is far from settled.